State on Saturday. Now to the Horns and Aggies. Texas into this one on a very frustrated note. Mack Brown showing his displeasure along with all the coaching staff on some questionable calls during the K-State game. But the bottom line is they are not getting it done. So, frustrating loss. Quick turnaround to maybe the most emotional game of the year. That's a lot to handle.
I do feel like that it's a great lesson for me and for our coaches and our players that we got to go right back to work, so you can't sit around and fool yourself. We talk about the 24-hour rule. It's really something for all of us in our lives. When something happens bad, you got to take a negative and turn it into a positive. When you lose a football game, it's negative.
Well, the defense has been anything but negative unless you're talking about yardage allowed. They are tops in the Big 12, 10th in the nation. That adds to the frustration. Only allowed 34 points in 2 games, but when the offense is scoring just 18 points in 2 games, it spells trouble. Expect Case McCoy to get the start. Expect David Ash to play as well, and Mack Brown continues to search for answers and just hopes his offense will settle down and produce some points. Heck, they scored 95 in their wins over KU and Tech.
I think in some ways our offense is trying too hard, and that's where they'll have the motion penalty. That's where they'll go the wrong way. So they need to relax and play because they know the defense is playing so well. They know our kicking game's doing great, and I know they feel the pressure of not winning here in the last 2 weeks.
It's a lot of pressure put on those guys, and you know, I commend them for doing what they have this year. Them being young and having to be the brain of the operations, they seem to handle it well. They can't do anything but get better from now on.
Aggies have some injury issues. Cyrus Gray left the KU game with a shoulder injury. Some reports that it's a fracture in a sling today. As for his status, their top rusher, well, Mike Sherman addressed it, sort of.
I would say at this point it's probably doubtful to questionable to probable.
There you have it. Rangers' big move. They signed free agent reliever Joe Nathan. That move will make room for Neftali Feliz to move into the starting rotation, anticipating the loss of C.J. Wilson to free agency. Nathan, a closer, comes back from Tommy John surgery to get 14 saves for the Twins.